Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Hima and I make videos on travel, photography, research and motherhood, and today's topic is on things you must do before you get into labor, and I have a checklist of 20 things to do. So first thing you must do is choose a pediatrician. So for this one I didn't do a lot of research, and in fact what I did is I went into the insurance website and I tried to find a list of pediatricians in my area, and then I looked up their reviews online and their rating, and based on that I selected the pediatrician. And of course you have to use your instinct. Next thing is purchase all the required baby essential. If you haven't seen my video on A to Z must buy essentials for baby, then please check it out. So in that video I cover all the essentials that are required between 0 to 1 year, but before the baby is born at least have the most essential items ready. And these will include items from pharmacy, which I covered in my must-have essentials from pharmacy video: swaddle blankets, crib, mattress protector, mattress, massage oil, washcloths, mittens, blankets, nursing bras. I don't think you need too many bottles until and unless you decide to do explosive breast pumping. Apart from that, you may only need 1 or 2 bottles, and you will get that with the breast pump, so you don't need to invest on bottles initially. In my A to Z essentials, I haven't covered the detergent that I used for washing baby's clothes. So Dreft is a very common brand, and I went with that. So you need to wash all baby's clothes before the baby's arrival. Third thing is car seat installation. Car seats are required because most common cause of deaths in babies is lack of a car seat. So you need to use car seat either until they're 8 years old or at least 4 feet 9 inches by height. So the best location for a car seat is always middle of the back seat. All cars are different, and we actually have it on the right side of the back seat. Car seats must always be rear facing. Visit www.seatcheck.org for specific information on car seat installation as well as placement, and visit carseat.org for buying tips as well as recalls. Take childbirth classes. The most important classes that I will recommend are the childbirth, infant or child CPR, and the third one is breastfeeding. These are not free, but most hospitals provide this as a paid service, and the people providing these trainings are actually nurses who work in the labor delivery units. So when you are attending these classes, pay close attention to what they are saying and ask all your questions right then and there. Next thing is birth plan. Not all doctors ask for a birth plan, and if you have any specific requirements, you need to tell the doctor ahead of time. Keep your hospital bag ready by 36 weeks. And know your GBS status if you're positive or negative. So usually your doctor does keep a record of all these notes. However, you must also remember this information on top of your head, because if you go into labor unexpectedly or if your water breaks, they need this information to make the best medical decision for you. And you may receive some antibiotics intravenously if this happens. In some cases, they may also start treating you while you're pregnant. So these are the conversations that you need to have before your delivery with the doctor. So GBS is basically bacteria which lives in the digestive tract as well as the reproductive tract of both men and women. Go on a hospital tour and make sure to ask what they really provide for and what they do not, which will include if they have photographer services and who and how many people can stay in the mother-baby unit. Don't forget to pack essentials for your partner or your spouse. Order your breast pump once you have prescription from your doctor. I would also recommend that you try out the breast pump before the baby's arrival. Submit all the required documentation to your employer if you're working. Know your rights and check with your employer on how many weeks leave you are granted. Inform your employer on how many weeks leave you're going to take. In US, the standard practice is 6 weeks leave for normal delivery and 8 weeks leave for C-section. I've only taken 6 weeks for my maternity leave and then 2 weeks of sick leave. Know the company policy, as everything varies based on your longevity with the company and what is their sick leave or PTO policy. Make sure to keep the medical emergency card that the doctor's office provides. If an emergency rises, you need to show this card at the hospital. Most important thing is take care of yourself. I had sciatica pain and I was getting physiotherapy in my last trimester for almost 1.5 months. So if you have any complications, either it be hypertension or pregnancy related diabetes, be gentle on yourself emotionally and take one day at a time. Make sure you exercise throughout your pregnancy. Most common ways to exercise for pregnant women is either walking, yoga or swimming. This greatly helps you with your back pain as your posture is changing drastically. This will also help you manage constipation as your progesterone levels are really high. And if you have any complications like pregnancy related diabetes or hypertension, it will help you manage that as well. Your body will be more trained for a normal delivery and you're able to lose baby weight more quickly. A 30-minute walk a day is must. Drink a lot of water and wear comfortable clothing. In third trimester, when you're no longer able to do these, you should buy an exercise ball or a birthing ball to keep your mobility. Always take doctor's permission before you start exercising. Arrange for help as you'll need that in the first weeks or months. All mothers adjust differently to motherhood. In fact, I think I took the longest because it took me almost 1 year. Every mother is different. Some adjust quickly, some take time, and we all respond to stress differently. Plan if you want to invite your parents or relatives. You can also use options like care.com, NannyShare. And guys, seriously, you should sleep. Sleep as much as you can before childbirth. Later, for almost 4 to 5 months, you will never have a solid 6 to 8 hours stretch of sleep. However, this is not applicable for everyone because I was not able to sleep starting 3 months of my pregnancy. Now coming to the last 3 things. Talk to other mothers. I think talking to other mothers is the best thing to do. And that includes your own mother. Understanding their struggles will give you perspective and a sense of gratitude. Have a good attitude. Everything may go as you expected or nothing may go as you expect. But the thing that will make the most difference is your attitude. Look at every problem that you or the baby may face as a problem to solve. And instead of worrying too much about how your delivery will be, instead focus on the fact that you're going to meet the little one you were waiting for so long. Keep an open mind as it will smoothen your emotional response that you'll have during tough times. And the last and the most important thing is don't fall a prey for comparison and self-pity. Every woman is different, every mother is different when it comes to how they handle stress. And each baby will also be very different. Some will walk fast, some will talk fast, some eat well, some don't eat, some are quiet, some are loud, some are fast and some are slow. We all are like colors of rainbow and we know nothing about anyone until we have walked in their shoes for a while. Pregnancy is a very vulnerable time, so maintaining emotional hygiene is very important. In fact, I suggest women to be selfish. Just focus on 4 things. Eating well, sleeping on time, taking your prenatal pills, and exercising. Everything else is less important. And if you're going through a tough pregnancy, say this to yourself every single day that whatever happens, I'll follow these 4 things every single day and take care of myself. And zoning out noise will also help you be a good mother. If you like my videos, don't forget to give a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And I make videos on travel, photography, research and motherhood. So this is my checklist on 20 things that you must do before you get into labor.